Hey, EDU699, this is Matt again. Just gonna share with you briefly a little bit about Google Plus and our community, and a little bit about your drive area and where you should look for things and where you should put things for this course. So once you get into our Google Plus community, you're going to see a lot of posts by me, especially to begin with, and it can get a little bit overwhelming. My biggest suggestion is going to be to start at the bottom because those are the oldest posts and work your way up. You can see that right away there's this link to this form here. That's going to be really important that you fill that out right away because that's how you're going to get the folders that I'm going to show you in your drive here in just a minute. But going up, you should be able to see links to the course syllabus and to our tentative schedule, my introduction, something that you'll be doing for Module 1. Feel free to take a look at that. Module 1 tasks, Module 2 tasks, that's the first week of class, the video that you need to watch for Module 1, and this is where I will post any information will be right here on the front page, and you can see that you can also filter over here on the left hand side. You can see all of the posts that are coming in, just the general discussion and announcements, which will be mostly stuff that I will post just in terms of each module has a certain set of tasks, any announcements that I want to put up there. There will be a couple times throughout the semester where I'll have live office hours on Google Hangout, so if you have questions or just want to stop by and chat about class, you can come and do that. And then you'll also see these pop up more and more. So we have introductions, where if you want to just see the introductions, and when you go and post something specific to a module or the introductions, please post to that area. And you may be wondering, well, what do you mean, Matt? Well, if I wanted to post something here, notice that it says to, and if I drop that down, it will give me all of the different options in our community. So your introductions will obviously go in introductions, your module 1 tasks will go in module 1, module 2, etc., etc. If you need to share a video or a link, lots of different ways to post there, and I know there's lots of information in the resources that I've provided for you on Google+. I have also asked you to set up some circles, so just remember that as you go in to your people here and as you add each other, I want you to add each other to an EDU699 Google Apps for Education circle, and that will help you if you're just making a general post, not necessarily within our community but on Google Plus, and you want to update everyone on what you're doing. You can just do that through that circle. Then the last thing that I will kind of share with you right here, this notifications on button. If you have the Google Plus app on your phone and this is on, every time someone posts to this community, your phone might buzz or beep or droid. So feel free to leave it on, but also remember that you can turn it off if you want, but it's important that you come back and check it frequently. I usually leave mine on, and I also have a setting on my phone to turn off the notifications really easily. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about our Google Plus community at this time. Oh, one more thing as I kind of look at it here. As you see this bell light up, that will also give you an idea if you have any new notifications. And so if I click on the bell, no matter where I'm at, whether I'm in my drive or I'm in a specific on a specific Google search page, if that lights up and it has a number, I know that that there is some notification. Maybe not for this particular class, but in Google Plus just in general. Okay, so the other important piece for getting started with Module 1 is to get into your Doan Google Drive account. And once you've filled out that form, in your Shared With Me folder, or in your Shared With Me area, you should have a few folders that I share with you using the Google add-on G-Class folders. I'll show you what those should look like. So if you're here, and yours probably won't be green because those are person specific or user specific, and I've changed mine to the color green, but you should have a couple folders. You should see a class edit folder for EDU699, a class view folder, and then you should also have a student folder that looks something like this. Okay, EDU699 online, and it should have your last name. So my first suggestion to you would be to put a check box in each of those folders and click to add to my drive. And what that does is that just puts them in your home screen on your drive so that you're not always having to go to the shared with me area. So number one is put a checkbox in that shared with me area and click add to my drive and get those folders to your drive. You're going to be accessing those pretty frequently over the course of the next 7 weeks. In the class view folder, we don't have anything in the class edit folder. Sometimes we'll have a document that we're all going to edit, but very rarely, so we won't use that a whole lot. But the class view folder will be very important for you getting in there and looking at Module 1 and Module 2. The module task list that I posted on Google Plus is in there, but also the resources that you will need to access for each module are also in there. So there are some resources for Module 1. Some of them are general Google Apps for Education resources, and some of them are specific to Drive and Drawing. And then Module 2, so it asks you to look at a Gmail presentation. There's the Gmail presentation there. You can open that, click on Present, and watch the presentation. Same with the task list, Google Sites, portfolio checklist, instructions, and rubric. Okay. Otherwise, let's see. There is not much else that I can think of right offhand. So if you guys come up with any questions or anything that I haven't covered in terms of locating your class folders and our Google Plus community, certainly give me a holler, ask me questions after I get this posted. Thanks.